Okay, here is my audience. And now, how many meals do you eat a day? How often do you snack? Do you know how often your digestive system is functioning? Well, the digestive system is constantly digesting and absorbing nutrients for your body. I studied this topic in high school and was very intrigued by it because one of my good friends had a disease in their digestive tract that we thought would be fatal. I wanted to learn as much as I could about how it worked, what all was involved with the system. I want to talk to you today about how the actual system works, what organs are involved in it, and what problems and diseases can be associated with this system. Let's go ahead and talk about how this thing we have going constantly in our body works. First, the digestive system itself is one of the most important systems in the body. It breaks down food that we ingest. It then absorbs the nutrients from that food to transport to the cells in our body to achieve day-to-day functions. It starts in your mouth where you chew up the food. It goes through digestion and then is exited out of your anus. This system involves many organs. The organs directly involved are the mouth, throat, esophagus, stomach, small and large intestines, the large intestines also known as the colon, the rectum, and the anus. These organs are all in the direct track of digestion. The supporting organs are the tongue, teeth, liver, gallbladder, and the pancreas. The digestive system is very complex, but the organs involved each have their own job. It first starts in the mouth, where food is broken down by the teeth into small pieces so it's easier to swallow. The tongue then secretes salivary amylase, which helps to moisten and break down the food. As the food is being swallowed, it moves into your pharynx. In the pharynx, the sensory receptors around the opening get stimulated, causing you to swallow. The esophagus is where the food goes next, and it's a straight tube about 25 centimeters long, according to Hull's book over anatomy and physiology. The food slides down the esophagus easily because the mucus glands that moisten the tube help to get it down faster. At the bottom of the esophagus is the cardiac sphincter, which stays contracted and keeps the entrance into the stomach closed. This is beneficial because the stomach contents, it keeps the stomach from regurgitating back into the esophagus. This can cause inflammation and irritation in your esophagus, causing it hard to swallow and to even eat. In your stomach, it's a J-shaped organ, and it's gastric juice to help break down the food even farther. It's very acidic because it contains hydrochloric acid. To protect the stomach from this acidity, the inner lining of the stomach has mucus. After being broken down in the stomach, it goes into your small intestine. The main job of the small intestine is to absorb the nutrients from the food before passing it into the large intestines. According to Science Direct, the small intestine is about 23 feet long and is folded up back and forth to help absorb more nutrients. So that means it's very skinny and very long. The large intestine does not absorb any nutrients from the food remaining. It only absorbs the water and the chyme left in it. The large intestine is broken down into 4 different parts, with the rectum being the final part. The rectum is the organ that stores your fecal matter until it's ready to exit the body. The fecal matter is released through the anus, which is made up of 2 sphincter muscles that is controlled by you. So only you can control when you use the bathroom. These supporting organs play a role in help to break down the food and help out the direct organs involved. With all of these organs and processes going on, there can also be problems within the system. The last thing I want to talk to you about in my speech are the diseases that can arise from this system. My good friend had Crohn's disease, and this is an autoimmune disorder that causes inflammation in the digestive tract, mainly the small and large intestine. Symptoms of this disease include stomach pain, ulcers, diarrhea, and bloody stools. The cause of this disease is unknown, and there is no way to cure it. But it can be controlled by medication and surgery. Staying on a specific diet of healthy food and not junk food has been a natural way to help regulate this disease. Another disease in infants is jaundice. Jaundice is the discoloration of the skin and eyes. When jaundice occurs, the most visible symptom is the skin turning yellow. It's caused because there's bilirubin in the child's bloodstream. Bilirubin is a yellow-colored pigment in red blood cells. This happens because the infant's liver is too immature to function and to get the bilirubin out of the bloodstream. Symptoms include yellowing of the skin, high-pitched cries, difficulty to awaken, and if the disease lasts longer than 3 weeks. Treatments include light therapy and transfusion. This disease is not life-threatening, but definitely needs to be maintained. The final disease I want to inform you all about is GERD. This stands for gastroesophageal reflux disease. This is a chronic digestive disease that causes the stomach acid or food to backwash into the esophagus to inflame it. There are treatments to help control this disease. WebMD states that heartburn medication to block the acid production, and sometimes surgery will all to help control this disease. As you can see, the digestive system can become very complex. This makes it prone to problems. I hope you learned a lot from this and encourages you to keep your health system healthy. Remember, if you don't have a functioning digestive system, then you can't eat the foods that you want. So take care of it and treat yourself every so often.